Hello and welcome to the Door-to-Door YouTube channel. This week I was going to talk a little bit about what to do if you lose your remote, it gets stolen, lost, or worst case scenario, your car gets stolen with the remote in it and you're worried about someone coming back to use that to let themselves into your garage. In that case scenario, we would recommend erasing all the codes and then reprogramming everything back one by one so you know exactly what's programmed to that particular machine. So let's get to the machine and we'll show you how it works. So the first thing we need to do, looking at the motor head, is figure out where the learn button is. Now on this, it's a side-by-side machine, meaning the lights are on the sides. So it's gonna be on the side where you see the wires going in. On a machine that goes front to back, usually it's gonna be in the back because the wire's gonna go into the circuit board. You need to locate the learn button. On this particular machine, the learn button is right here, the yellow button. Round yellow button. Depending on your machine, it's a LiftMaster or a Chamberlain or Craftsman. You could have a square purple button, a square red button. May still be some square green buttons laying around. But most of the newer machines are going to have the round yellow button. Genies are going to have something similar. But the next step would be to clear the codes. So to do that, you're actually going to hold this button. So typically, you just want to give it a quick tap to get into programming mode. That little LED light lets you know it's in programming mode. You don't want to hold this button because if you hold it for about 10 seconds or so until that LED light goes out, it's going to erase all the codes. So that way any keypads, remotes, so now all the codes should be erased. So the keypads, remotes, they're not going to work anymore until we program them back in. So here I have my handheld remote, pushing the button, nothing's happening. So now we're going to go back to the motor head itself. This time, like I said, we're just going to tap the learn button, LED lights on, and then I'm going to hold the button that we want to program. I'm using the big button. It clicked. That light flashed. I took the light bulb out of this side just so it'd be easier for the video. This one would flash, and that lets you know that now this remote is now working again. Next, let's do the keypad. Same setup with the keypad. We're just gonna tap this learn button. Then we would go over to our keypad, put in the code we want to use, hit enter. Same scenario, the lights flash, everything clicks. Now the keypad is working. So there you have it. That's pretty simple. In most cases, it's just going to be the remote or multiple remotes if you have more than one, and the keypad that need to be reprogrammed. If you use the home link buttons in the car, the built-in buttons rather than a handheld remote, those buttons are also going to need to be reprogrammed. Luckily, it's a similar step. You just hit the learn button and then you just hit the hold the button in the car that you want to program. You don't have to do the full setup with the home link where you have to teach the remote back to the car. That's kind of already done for you from the when you did it initially. So when you clear the codes, it doesn't erase that remote code in the car. It just erases the signal back and forth from the opener. So you just need to hit that button one more time, and then you should be good to go. Any other random accessories might need to be reprogrammed, but for the most part, it's usually just the home link cars and remotes and keypad that need to be done. So that way, if you lost your remote or anything, you'll know exactly what's programmed to that machine now. You've cleared out all the codes, and only the remotes and keypad and any cars you program back in to the machine are going to be what works. So that's what you would do in an emergency, or if you just want to clear the codes, or that's also a great thing to try if it's ghosting. We call that when the door opens by itself for no apparent reason. A good inclination is something could have got programmed or something weird could have happened with some interference, and clearing the codes a lot of times will also fix that as well. So this is Alan with Door-to-Door Garage Doors, where we want you to love your garage door. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.